everybody, Remrov here again. I'm a classic artist who makes these videos to educate about autism and to build a bridge in between the autistic and neurotypical world, and I hope to be a voice for non-verbal autistic people. In this video I want to share an experience with you. It happened last Sunday, and yeah, I didn't have such a good day and a lot of things happened, and so I just wanted to share that with you. So on Sunday morning we often go to church, and that is really nice because everybody's really nice there and I feel really good there and I feel really loved and liked there. So that all went great. It is always a lot of socializing for me, so often after church I'm also quite a bit tired and ready to go home again. But we had a problem with our sink. Our sink was completely clogged and a lot of water in it, so we couldn't do the dishes, and the dishes were piling up on our counter, etc. And so yeah, that causes a lot of chaos. So we really had to have that fixed, and I needed to buy a plunger. And Edward, he had to go to a theater, to a play in a theater for his work. So I took it on me to buy that plunger. And it's of course really easily, you go to the dollar store, you buy a plunger and you go home. But I went into the first dollar store, and I looked everywhere, and the dollar store is always quite big and a lot of things, a lot of different things you can buy there, so it's always a bit of a search. And after walking through the whole store like 3 times and searching in every aisle, I couldn't find the plunger. And so I wanted to ask somebody in the store, but there was nobody in the store in the aisles itself. They were all at the cash register. So then I realized I had to stand all the way in line to just ask where the plungers were, and the line was really big and long, and standing in line I always find extremely difficult, so it got me a bit irritated. I had to stand so long in line just to ask one question, but I did it, and I stood in line. And then the guy said, yeah, you have to be in that aisle. I said, yeah, I've looked in that aisle 3 times, it's just not there. And then he got irritated. Okay, I'll show you. And then he walked with me, and then indeed no plungers. And then he looked behind in their storage place where all their new articles come in. And if there was a plunger left, but there wasn't a plunger either. So, and I was really tired actually by then, but we really needed a plunger, so I decided to go to a different dollar store. In the same mall there are more dollar stores, and so I decided to go to a different one. And I went to a different one, and I looked in that whole store again and searched in every aisle, and again no plungers. And so again I had to ask somebody, again I had to stand in line for it, and finally somebody walked with me to the aisle, and he couldn't find them either, and he said no, indeed no plungers. And I got more and more tired and more irritated. And then, okay, the third dollar store. Went to the third dollar store. But you can guess it already. Again, no plungers, because they were all Dollaramas, and they seem to get all the same things. And if one Dollarama doesn't have something, then the other doesn't have it either. I didn't know it, but that seems to work like that. And I was so tired. I was so beyond sensory overload. So I can't even describe it in words actually, because we needed a plunger. We needed to fix the sink and to get rid of all that water and to be able to do our dishes. And so I took the metro. I went to the metro station to go home, and I broke down on the metro station. I just broke down completely. I started to cry, and I find it horrible crying in public. So I just hid a little bit behind the pillar so that nobody could see me, because I was just so ashamed, and I knew that my face was gonna turn red and my eyes was gonna turn red, and that people would probably see anyway that I had been crying. So I was just standing in the metro with my face down a bit, and really I was sweating, and I was soaking wet just because of running around and because of getting so upset. And then at home, no, not at home, but when I arrived with the bus, after the metro I took the bus, and then I arrived in our neighborhood. And then I got off the bus right next to another dollar store to find a plunger. And so I went into that dollar store, and I was completely overheated and sad and tired and everything at the same time. And you can guess it's already no plunger again. Then I went to the Jean Coutu, which is a pharmacy, and I thought maybe they have plungers there. I go there. Yeah, they do have a plunger. $15 for a plunger. So no, I didn't do that. And then quite a long walk away from the Jean Coutu, there is another dollar store, which is a different kind of dollar store. It's a super dollar store instead of a Dollarama. So I thought, hey, maybe they have plungers there. And so I came there after walking or running a bit, because I was running. And there they had the plunger. Finally, a plunger for $2.50. That's a bit better than $15. And so I took the plunger home, but I was so extremely upset that it had taken me so long and so much energy and so much sensory overload. So extremely upset that at home I broke down again, and I had the biggest meltdown in months. And it's just it's just a disappointment for me that I put so much effort into something so simple, and that I get so upset over it, and also the disappointment of getting upset over it, that I found really difficult to deal with. But after a while I calmed down and I fixed the sink, and yeah, my afternoon was over by then, but so I had to accept that part too, which I find difficult for a lot of time, to just go by with being upset and not really getting anything, like a lot of work done or having a lot of fun, one of those two. So I wanted to share this with you, because often people, they see me and they think, okay, you probably just have slight autism, but autism is really affecting my life on quite a huge level, and every single day. And so sometimes I find it hard to hear, and I don't like it when people say just met me for 5 minutes and they say that I have slight autism, or that it's just, oh, that probably hardly affects me, because it really does affect me, even though it doesn't show the first 10 minutes you know me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, the story is not really funny, but I hope you find it a bit educational. And Pilaf already went away. He's back on his stand eating his food. So I wish you a nice day. Pilaf also wishes you a nice day. And we hope to see you with our next videos again. Bye!